Welcome to Sipping Tea with V. Let me get some of this tea real quick, y'all. Alright. So, I know I'm looking different. I'm rocking my little natural right now with a little added piece. You know, just to do something different. Switch it up for a second. Trust me, this is not going to last long. But I wanted to come to y'all. I'm a little late, so I wanted to come to y'all and let's talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 8, Episode 4. But before we get into it, let me go ahead and show y'all what I am drinking tonight. I am on some Crown Royal Apple. Y'all know this is my favorite drink, my drink of choice. So I'm on Crown Royal Apple. And you know I got to have me a little Sprite. So I got my Dirty Sprite mix going on. That's what I call it, Dirty Sprite. And that's what I'm rocking with tonight. So let's get into this Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 8, Episode 5. I'm sorry, it's Episode 5, y'all. My bad. I'm late. Am I late or not? Where is the love boat? Now, we start the episode off right where we left off from last week with Portia and Cynthia still going through it. They're arguing. The fight escalated real quick. Portia stood up. Looked like she was about to step down on Cynthia. Do y'all hear me? She looked like she was about to step down on Cynthia's ass. But wait a minute. Cynthia's on the road this week. I'm telling you, like, she not playing that shit. She not having that shit. She is on a damn roll. So, Cynthia kicked her back the first time. Now, she kicked her back one time. The camera cut to the other ladies. And it was you could hear some, like, scrambling going on. And then Candy was like, well, wait a minute. Are they fighting down there? What are they doing down there? The camera cuts back. And I see Portia reaching for Cynthia's face. Cynthia kicked her twice and said, get your hand the fuck out of my motherfucking face. Now, when she said, get your hand the fuck out of my motherfucking face, I was like, this shit done got to a whole nother level. Like, Cynthia wasn't looking like Cynthia. And you could tell, like, in that moment, she just looked like lost, like a deer in headlights. So, from there, Kenya starts going in on Portia. She separates the ladies. She started going in on Portia immediately. She gathered the girls. They moved to the other side of the boat. They try to calm, while the producers and the security people and all that try to calm Portia down. Candy tries to go check on Portia. She, you know, they cool. So at the time they were, because y'all know right now they ain't too cool about that fake booty comment Candy made. But I really don't think Candy was talking about it like that. But that's another time, y'all. We'll talk. So Candy tries to go check on Portia, and damn, Kenya trying to stop her. Talking about, you're pregnant, you don't need to go over there. She's acting like a wild animal. There's no telling what she'll do. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. I'm like, shut the fuck up, Kenya. This is not about you right now. For one moment in time, it's not about you, okay? So, Candy says she ain't gonna hit me. Shamia is standing there crying like she don't know what the hell to do. So, I'm just like, girl, get a grip. Get a grip. And like, check on Portia. She was standing there like, oh my God. I'm like, girl, bye. So all of the women were shocked. It really came out of nowhere for me. Like, I didn't think, I knew, you know, they was going to have an argument, but I didn't think it would go to that extent. That was real physical, and it was feelings behind that. Like, you felt that when it happened. So Cynthia goes downstairs with Kenya. And that's where we find Tammy. Now, the whole time with everything going on, I'm like, where's Tammy? Where's Tammy? Because she's supposed to be Cynthia's friend. So where was she? Homegirl downstairs under the boat, child. Eyes bloodshot red. Talking about she went to the bathroom. I'm like, well, what you still doing sitting down there? I don't know. Is it me? Or was Miss Tammy doing a little something under that boat? Downstairs in the boat. I'm just going to sip my tea. Child, I don't know what Miss Tammy was down there doing, but baby, it ain't look too normal. But anyway, let's keep it moving. She was either drunk or on some type of drug, but I don't know. So Portia and Shamia, they go ahead and get escorted off the boat. Some little small boat pulls up to, you know, escort them off. Cynthia tells the cameras to leave. She calls Peter. And she lets Peter know, I need you to come home right now. I've been in altercation and it got physical between me and Portia. And Peter already know. He like, fuck, man, are you serious? Like, it got physical? So Peter already knew what time it was. Now, in the next scene, all of the women are with their respectable friends and family talking about the situation. Let's be clear, this is how stories get twisted. Because y'all all sitting with y'all friend, y'all family, this person, that person, telling the same story. And then the story done got flipped and twisted 180 different ways. And it come back to you like, that ain't what really happened. Anyway, I honestly don't know what story Kenya was telling her auntie and her cousin, or niece, or her auntie and her cousin. I really don't know what story she was telling them, because the story she told them was not the story that I watched play out on TV. She was making Cynthia out to be some innocent person. Candy was doing a good reaction of Portia to me when she was explaining it to Carmen, and Don Juan with that little ass hat on. I was like, damn, that shit got to be tight. It looked like it was squeezing Don Juan's head for life. Little ass hat. Oh, man. Okay, so anyway, I'm kind of tired of talking about the whole fight thing. So let's move on and get this last little part over. Mr. Peter Thomas. Mr. Peter finally comes home. If you ask me, when his wife called him and told him that she had been in a physical altercation, he should have been on the next thing smoking back to Atlanta. He wasn't, what is North Carolina, an hour and a half, 2 hours away from Atlanta? He should have been on the next thing smoking back to his wife when she told him that she had been in a physical altercation. To me, it looked like he showed up 2-3 days later, if you really want to tell the truth. But none of my business, none of my business. Moving along. So he comes in and they talk, and Peter tells Cynthia, did you hurt her? I think you hurt her. Did you hurt her? And she yells at him like, stop saying that I didn't hurt her. Well, I hope I didn't hurt her. See, Cynthia, no. Cynthia don't want no shit to come back on her where she end up getting charged or end up getting sued for physical harm, causing physical harm to Portia. So she knows, she like, Peter, you need to shut the fuck up before some shit go down because of what you saying right now. Okay? So Cynthia told him to stop saying that, because basically that's incriminating her. It's a good thing that no charges was filed. I'm surprised that Portia did not file charges, but I guess she felt like, you know, it wasn't that big of a deal, and she knows what she went through with the whole Kenya thing, and she wasn't trying to take Cynthia through that. So I feel like that's why she didn't press any charges or file any charges. And maybe she just not no police hoe. Hello? Some people not police hoes. Can you take a note out of Portia's book? Anyway. So we move on to Candy and Ty having a doctor visit where they see the baby and hear the baby's heartbeat. Now, Dr. Jackie is Candy's doctor. Now, y'all know Dr. Jackie from Medicine Wives. So, Dr. Jackie is actually trying to find the baby's heartbeat. And she's searching and searching and searching and searching and just can't find the baby's heartbeat. And you know, so Candy and Todd, they're getting worried. They're getting concerned. And she finally picks up a heartbeat. It sounded kind of faint to me, but she finally picks up a heartbeat. And she said, let me do an ultrasound just to be sure. And they was like, you could tell Candy was looking worried and she wasn't really trying to show it. But all of a sudden, Todd got to go take a call. Now, it's none of my business. I like Ty, but he got to do better. He really got to do better. Because, okay, you just saw that Dr. Jackie wasn't able to find the baby's heartbeat as quick as just putting it on her stomach, finding the baby's heartbeat. And now you got to all of a sudden take a call. Come on, Ty. You got to do better. You got to be more involved, as Candy said. Okay? Let's not play that now. Let's not play. It wasn't life or death, so I don't think you really needed to take that call in that moment. Now, Phaedra being a single mother is uplifting and real for many women in America today. So I like the fact that they showed the clip of Phaedra being that single mother, you know, doing things with her kids. I like when they do that because it kind of shows not like all spectrums. It's not just a drama filled show. It's showing family, it's showing single mothers, it's showing successful business women, it's showing everything. And I love that about Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I like that approach that they're taking. Okay, so let's move on. Now we come in to Kenya at her home in that ugly ass blue bed. I'm sorry, y'all, I didn't like that blue bed. How many of y'all like that blue bed? Because I didn't like it. And the whole decor was just off to me. It was just real off. Like, you got the blue bed, you got light pink covers, and a whole set just pink. I'm like, I ain't like it. I wasn't here for it. No. The side mirror tables, they were cute. Like, I like the whole mirror look. I thought that was cute. But the bed itself just, anyway. So she talks to Cynthia on the phone, joking about what happened on the boat. But Cynthia wasn't here for the jokes. Like, I really feel like that opened Cynthia's eyes to, oh my God, like something is really going on. Something has really happened, and that shouldn't have happened. So Cynthia, you know, she really felt that. She wasn't here for laughing and joking about it, because it's not a joke. So she said, it's not funny. That was not me that day. That's not who I am, or who I'm trying to become. And I respect Cynthia for that. I really do, because messy ass Kenya was trying her hardest to make it more than it needed to be in that moment. So we follow that up with Kenya meeting up with Portia to discuss things. Now, I'm going to give it to Kenya. She was dressed fabulously. But she brought that bad skin with her. Y'all know I got to get on her about this damn bad skin. Come on, like, you could have the nicest fashions, the nicest clothes, the nicest shoes, the nicest car, the nicest home, the nicest bed if you want. But baby, you got to take care of your temple first before anything else. And that temple is not together. The skin is bad. Under all that makeup that you pile on your face, that skin is bad, and you need to take care of it. But anyway, my thing is, Kenya did not show up to make anything right between Cynthia and Portia. She is there to go back to the point that she and Portia had a physical fight. She wants to keep throwing them little jabs that they had that whole little physical fight, and she didn't say sorry, and she ain't gonna say sorry to Cynthia, and yada yada yada, and blah blah blah. Kenya's whole fight in this situation is that Portia and her had a physical altercation, and now she had a physical altercation with Cynthia, which is two totally different things if you look at it. So the thing that happened with her and Cynthia, the thing that happened with Portia and Cynthia was because of something that was said and that was taken out of context. The thing that happened with Kenya and Portia could have happened with anyone who was being disrespected in the way that Kenya was disrespecting Portia. I'm sorry. It could have really went there. For real. So, moving on. She started calling her hostile. Now, Kenya started calling Portia hostile and all this other shit that didn't have anything to do with the problem at hand. So, all of the ladies, we're going to change over to another scene where all of the ladies meet up like a round table discussion. For what and for why, I don't know. The talk should have really just been between Cynthia and Portia, and that's what I thought it was going to be. I thought they were going to meet up and have a mutual conversation and come to, you know, common ground. Phaedra was invited to the luncheon, but why? But why? She was not on the boat when it happened, so, but why? Portia and Kenya leave their little talk and head right into the main event discussion. Kim asked Cynthia and Portia, where do they stand right now today after what happened? Now, Portia, honey, grown woman tease is what I'm going to call it. Because when you pulled this, I was like, yes, ma'am, that's what a grown woman does, and I'm glad you did it. Portia looked directly at Cynthia and was like, would you like to have a talk? And Cynthia also did the grown woman thing and said, yes, let's have a talk. Let's have a conversation. And so they walk off to go have a conversation. Now, they start the conversation off by admitting that it feels awkward just them sitting in each other's space after being physical. And that their friendship has always been up and down. And we've seen that over the years. They've always had little tit for tats, but it's never been nothing as major as what happened on the boat. Now, meanwhile, Kenya back at the table, the round table discussion, trying to sling dirt on Portia's name. They're talking about Portia never takes the blame for anything, blah, 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 blah. Honey, Candy called Kenya ass out. Like, well, you almost do the same thing. You always want to blame it on somebody else, and you never take the blame for anything. And you don't really stand behind what you say or do. So Kenya was like, well, I'm glad Portia has such an advocate at the table. See, what Kenya wanted was for the ladies to tear Portia down while they were sitting at that table. But Candy wasn't having it. Candy like, nah, because it be your ass too, okay? It didn't work, dry face. The whole tearing Portia down did not work. So, boo. Kenya has been trying to be the queen of the show since she stepped on the scene. Problem is, even with Nene gone, Kenya can never be the queen because her storyline, what is her storyline? She hasn't, what is Kenya doing? Like, what can we really say Kenya has been successful in? What has she successfully promoted on the show that has turned into a business that's going to make her umpteen amount of money? We know Kenya from being in this person business, talking about this person, arguing with this person. But what do we don't know Kenya for no business accolades and doing no type of business. But anyway, so basically the show ends with Portia and Cynthia coming back to the table after they talked everything out and apologized. They hugged it out, came back to the table, and basically, you know, the episode ends. Now, did y'all peep next week's episode? Just go sip my little tea. Now, next week's episode, they down to the MIA. Okay, they down to Miami, Florida. Hello, one time for Florida. Yep, you know you girl from Florida. They down in the MIA on the ladies' first trip of the season. But you know it's bound to be some drama. Why? Because drama just happens to follow these women everywhere they go. So, from Portia twerking to Fresh Meat being around, Kim crying and wanting to go home, finally, Kenya not feeling comfortable with some guys who were there. She didn't feel comfortable with them around and she wanted them to leave. Now, shit got wild because the dudes looked like they didn't want to leave, and Kenya started calling security. I heard some glass breaking. I seen somebody laying on the floor. I don't know what happened, but y'all, I am ready for it, okay? It look like it's going to get real next week on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I'm here for it. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's definitely subscribe, like, share, please. And keep rocking with me because what we got, I'm going to be doing reviews on Love and Hip Hop New York. Duh. It's a given. Remy Ma on there. Y'all know shit finna get crack-a-lacking. Did I just say crack-a-lacking? Wow. I hope that don't show my age. Okay? But yeah, shit go get cracking. What else I'm going to be reviewing? Tamar and Vince getting ready to come on this Thursday, so I'll be reviewing that as well. As a matter of fact, the review for Tamar and Vince will go up before the review on Real Housewives of Atlanta or the one for Love and Hip Hop New York. So definitely stay tuned for that. I have another review coming for y'all. It's going to be on a skincare item that I purchased. Spin for Perfect Skin. I'm definitely going to be uploading that. I got so much stuff coming. I'm so excited about my review channel. Y'all don't understand. Y'all always remember, sip tea, subscribe, like, and share, and keep the tea sweet. Bye-bye.